Angel Reese's record game night, plus Nene Leakes gets a new reality show, and Sha'Carri Richardson heads to the Olympics. Hey, critics, welcome to the weekend and welcome back to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. I'm your host, Patricia Hartley. It's Sunday, June 23rd, 2024. Hey, critics, it's time to chronicle. Up first, let's talk TV. Tamron Hall, Keisha Knight Pulliam is going to be there on Monday, June the 24th, and the cast of Tyler Perry's Sisters going to be hitting up Tamron Hall on Wednesday, June the 26th. Don Lemon is going to be there on Thursday, June the 27th. Don Lemon has his brand new show live at 5 that comes on his YouTube channel. If you remember the big debacle between him and Elon Musk, I don't know. He did it at first. He had a collaboration with formerly known as Twitter, which is now X. Then something fell through after Don Lemon did the interview with Elon Musk, and then the next thing we knew, Don Lemon was on YouTube with Live at 5 now with Don Lemon. So maybe he'll talk a little bit more about that on Thursday, June the 27th. If you know a little bit more that I don't know, drop it down in the comments below. And then Trevor Jackson, Grownish, now a musician. So he was a Grownish actor. He's now a musician. He's going to be there on Tamron Hall Friday, June the 28th. Jennifer Hudson, Spice Girl Mel B is going to be hitting her up on Monday. Winnie Harlow and Dionne Warwick will be there on Wednesday. And then one of my favorite comedians, you may have heard me say this already, Roy Wood Jr. will be there on Thursday promoting his tour, America for the Last Time. And in honor of Juneteenth and Black Music Month, on the previous episode, I talked specifically about gospel music and one of the gospel greats actually getting married. Be sure to check out that episode that's linked there below. However, I wanted to talk about some of the gospel albums that you can actually find on Hoopla. And before I get to that, let me just say that for Sherry Shepherd, Kiki Palmer is going to be stopping by on Friday along with SWV and Escape. And remember, SWV and Escape, they are actually on tour right now, so you can check that out. And then Kiki Palmer, if you don't know, she just dropped a new release with her girl group. So you can check that out as well. So those that are on Hoopla that you can catch, you got Shirley Caesar, All of the Glory. She's actually nominated for a BET Award for that particular album, but you can also catch a few of her other albums, Tear Your Kingdom Down, as well as Fill This House and Good God. That's also on Hoopla. And then Kirk Franklin, Church Boy, My Music, My Life. One of his earlier, I believe, releases that's actually on Hoopla. You have also CeCe Winans. CeCe Winans, I believe she is the best-selling gospel artist, female gospel artist of all time, I believe it is. I have to look that up again, but she's nominated as well for a BET Gospel Award for her album Come Jesus Come. And there are other albums that you can find as well from her on Hoopla, Alone in His Presence, CeCe Winans, as well as BB and CeCe Winans, because her and her brother, you know, that they definitely do a great job when they team up and do duets together. And then, of course, Erica Campbell, Do You Believe I Love is what she's being nominated for in her 2019 release. So it's not a album. This is actually her book, and it's called More Than Pretty. So you can actually catch that resource there on Hoopla. And if you're wondering, what is Hoopla? Well, here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced from our public libraries. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today. And that's how you can access Hoopla, is by getting your library card. It is one of the free digital resources and platforms in which you can access movies, TV series, music, books, audiobooks, ebooks, and a few other resources as well. So be sure to get your library card today. Now, this is critical news that you can use. As a reminder, on the Juneteenth episode, I mentioned Ashanti and the interview. Remember that she did with Entertainment News, entertainment, one of the entertainment stations, about her engagement to Nelly. Well, reportedly, y'all, her and Nelly are already married. They actually got married according to the reports back in 2023. So shout out to them for already tying the knot. And Ashanti, why you didn't share that in your interview? But y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know what y'all doing. I saw that first though on Chronicle Speaks, and that was right after the previous show was actually posted. So congrats again to both of them already on their union. And do y'all remember I was talking to you a little bit about the Barbie movie, right? So the Barbie documentary, specifically this time, the Black Barbie documentary. So yes, all the hoopla has been out about Barbie last summer. However, there's a Black Barbie documentary that was released on Juneteenth on Netflix. And I actually had a chance to check it out. It tells the story of these three women who basically played this big deal role in the Black Barbie that was created through Mattel. Just kind of a little bit of a background according to the movie. Prior to Barbies, Mattel actually made black dolls beginning in the 60s. And those dolls included, for example, the Christie dolls, the Cara dolls, all from Mattel, but not considered Barbies. Again, dolls, but not Barbies. Well, a company by the name of Shindana, it was a toy factory. Well, they took over and they started manufacturing black dolls, and they did get permission, or should I say, kind of like the green light from Mattel, because they got money from Mattel. They got training as well from Mattel. I don't think their factory was even far from where Mattel's factory was, right? All of the things, but the company ended up closing down back in 1983. Well, Mattel ended up hiring a black designer by the name of Kitty Black Perkins, who ended up just, getting the job through a newspaper ad. And she created the designs necessary in order to get the job. And the rest is essentially history. She was there for about 28 years. And it's a pretty neat story that just kind of tells how one young lady, she moved to Los Angeles, excuse me, I was about to say New York, to start her dreams as a filmmaker. Her name is Lugaria Davis, and she lived with her aunt. And her aunt Beulah had the room that she stayed in with lined up with all of these dolls. And she was like, I don't even like dolls, right? But she wanted to know the story from her aunt about these dolls. And when her aunt began to tell the story, she just, I guess, turned the camera on and started recording. Now that part I don't know about if she just turned the camera on and started recording, but I think she realized obviously that there was a story because she began documenting this. Shonda Rhimes picked up on this, and she brought the story to the light on another level. And now we have the Black Barbie documentary. Now there's way more to it than what I'm explaining, but I don't want to give it all away. If you have Netflix, be sure that you check this out and see what it's all about. Yeah, I think it gives a great story, it gives a great background. It also, shows to you all of the different Barbies over the years. It also kind of revisits that doll test, essentially, and gives more of a modern day look at what kids think when they look at dolls now, from different colors to different hair textures, all of the things. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the Black Barbie documentary, be sure that you check that out. It's out on Netflix now. And speaking of coming out, Nene Leakes is coming out with a brand new reality TV show. At least she's hosting it. It's going to be on Lifetime. It's called Outrageous Love. It's a brand new Lifetime series, and it is set to premiere July the 1st. Now, the show is going to chronicle the life of real couples, and Nene Leakes is going to weigh in and just kind of give the couples some advice. SandraRose.com reports that earlier, if you remember this month, Nene's ex-landlord attempted to garnish her bank account to collect on about a $25,000 court judgment for a lease that was signed. Now, Nene claims that Greg, her late husband who passed away, signed the lease, but the folks are coming after Nene, saying that she's the one that actually owes them the money. So with that being said, we're so glad that you are employed, Nene, for more than one reason. You know your personality is missed. You know that folks enjoy seeing you. You are great television. And so the fact that you're back for Outrageous Love, congratulations to you. And with all of the things that's going on at the Housewives, whether you're ever able to come back or not, that one clip of you saying that Kenya will be the downfall of the show has been making its rounds on social media, and I know that you've been noticing. And for some reason, I noticed that. Did y'all notice that Candy, it seems to support Kenya? Back a couple of shows ago, I talked to y'all about the fact that Kenya Moore was suspended from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and right now we don't even know what that's going to look like, if they're going to allow her to be on the show as kind of like a friend. But there's definitely more to come when it comes to that. But Candy was in an interview. I told you a little bit earlier in this show that Candy is actually touring right now, with SWV and Escape with the Queens of R&B tour. But she mentioned that I guess the girls do things like this on the show all the time. I guess like folks have done things, like this, before, Candy says. So I guess she's kind of giving Kenya some grace when it comes to this. Even folks like um have said things like this is very lowbrow, right? I can't remember which blogger, B Scott, excuse me. B Scott said that this was very lowbrow when it comes to what Kenya did in terms of the latest, revealing that photo of one of the newest castmates on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So yeah, yeah. Okay, I don't know, I'm kind of surprised to hear Kendi give so much grace to Kenya, but we shall see. We shall see. And congratulations, I have to say, to Coach Teresa Weatherspoon and the Chicago Sky. They defeated the Indiana Fever tonight. The average ticket price, y'all, for the game, according to the WNBA, was $358, which is the highest WNBA ticket on record since 2015. Cheryl Swoops was at the game and also offered Angel Reese words of encouragement. And it must have been a hell of an impact because Reese walked away with a whopping 25 points and 16 rebounds for the night. I'm so glad because I know that she found out in one of the previous games, and I know that she wasn't happy about that. So I'm glad that everything was under control. She even said in the interview that she had with the media, she said she was glad that she did not get into any foul any foul trouble. So congratulations as well to not only her but also to the team of the Chicago Sky. And I wanted to mention specifically the WNBA Olympic team. There's a couple of folks I wanted to just kind of highlight. There's only 12 folks that make that Olympic team. And folks were talking about how, oh, this person didn't make it, this person didn't make it. Listen, you got to put in the work. Look at folks like Sha'Carri Richardson, who is just now going to the Olympics, and she's been doing her thing in track for a minute. And she's also been going through her challenges all at the same time. So big congratulations to some of the WNBA Olympic team folks. You got Miss Asia Wilson, you got Alyssa Thomas, you have Brittany Griner. Brittany, especially coming off of what she just came off of from over in Europe, or should I say Russia specifically, and being locked up for what, 7 months, I think it is. Brittany also just came out with a brand new book. Brittany and her wife, they're expecting a baby. I mean, Brittany got a lot going on. Congratulations for making the WNBA Olympic team, Brittany. Jackie Young as well, Kelsey Plum, and also Nafisa Collier. The entire Olympic team I did not name, but you can always check that out at WNBA.com, and then also on the Olympic team website. The Olympic team website also has all of the folks dressed up. I think it was outfitted by Ralph Lauren. The jackets look very sleek. Anything with navy, have you ever noticed like that navy look? Anything with that navy look, it always gives that very sleek. It's always very sleek, darling, very sleek. And additionally, I talked about the fact that there were some folks that was going to be giving some commentary at the Olympics. And now they've added on to that list. Kenan Thompson's going to be giving some commentary, as well as Kevin Hart. They're both scheduled to be a part of that Olympics commentary piece. And I was talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, and guess what? She's also going to be a part of this year's Summer Olympics. She just set a record in track, so congratulations to her. And the Olympics for this summer is going to be taking place Friday, July the 26th through Sunday, August the 11th, 2024 in Paris. Congratulations to all those who are going to be headed to Paris. And giving you a little bit of Black on the Inside of People magazine. On page 10 of this issue, we have some of the winners of the Tony Awards. They kind of recap on that, as well as highlighting Alicia Keys and her performance along with Jay-Z at the Tonys. Snoop Dogg is on page 12, throwing out the first pitch at the Milwaukee Brewers Cincinnati Reds game. On page 14, you have both Serena and Venus. Have y'all noticed that Serena Sambina has been on her Instagram posting nothing but pictures of the family, a lot of family photos, but we're wondering what a man's at. Where's hubby at? Where he at? You know we nosy. You know we're nosy, and we notice. We notice. And then of course you got Wiz Khalifa and Amy. I think it's Aguilar on page 22. They're expecting a child together. Wiz also has a son already, Sebastian, with the beautiful Amber Rose. But Amber, we manage you right now. Page 42 includes everything you need to know about country music, including Beyonce, Shabuzi, The War and Treaty, and much more. On page 46, Wanda Sykes talks about the fact that she's going to be returning to tour this fall. Her new tour is going to be called Please and Thank You. Taraji P. Henson just came out with a brand new children's book. It's called You Can Be a Good Friend No Matter What. She said that the book is inspired by her grandmother and her own mental health advocacy. So shout out to her for that. And of course, don't forget about Eddie Murphy. Beverly Hills Cop 3 is going to be coming out. They talk about that on page 59. It's going to be coming out on Netflix July the 3rd. And believe it or not, Black Barbie is on page 61. They give a visual of a few standout Black Barbies of the famous collection. And of course, I just spoke to y'all about the documentary itself. I had a chance to check it out. Y'all be sure to check it out on Netflix if you get a chance to. It gives some very good background in regards to how the Black Barbie came about and how just an individual on the line who was asked by somebody in authority about, what their insight was. And she said, we need a Black Barbie. And that's how it essentially came about. So it's a very good story. So be sure to check that out. Missy Elliott is on page 100. She talks about hip hop superstardom and how she overcame health issues as well as anxiety. If you don't know, Missy made history as the first female hip hop performer to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2023. All right, so be sure y'all check out People magazine. And if you missed any of the previous episodes, be sure to check it out. I have that linked below in the description box. And thanks again for tuning in to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel, where you get commentary, reviews, and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.